Let's create a high converting homepage. Hey, I'm Hannah, and in this video I'm gonna show you how you can create a high converting homepage using Thrive Suite. Now, as you know, the homepage is one of the most important pages on your website because most people will see it. And that is why it is really important to make sure that the right information is on that homepage, but also it will make it really important for you to make sure that it looks exactly the way you want it to. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Thrive Suite, and more specifically Thrive Theme Builder and Thrive Architect, in order to create that perfect homepage. All right, sounds good? Let's get started. So first of all, here I'm in the WordPress dashboard, and one of the things that I already did was set up the website. So at this point, we already have a website set up with a certain homepage. Now, this is what you will see once you went through the site setup wizard. So if you have Thrive Theme Builder activated, then you will be greeted with this wizard to go through the first time that you set up your website. And step 5 is to choose your homepage. From here, you will notice that you can choose either from ready-made homepages, you can use your blog roll as a homepage, or you can choose one of the pages that's already on your website. Now, Thrive Theme Builder with either Omni or Shapeshift or one of the other companion themes come with pre-made homepages. And the reason that we pre-made these homepages is because we did our research to find out what's the information that needs to be on a homepage to make it a high converting homepage for different industries. So when you go here and you choose from the ready-made homepages, you will see that you can choose from personal branding homepages, local businesses, or product focused homepages, or service businesses. Now, what I suggest is that you pick a homepage that is closest to the goal of your website. So if you have a personal branding website, choose one of the personal branding homepages. Or if you have a local business, choose one of the local business homepages, because you will see that there are elements on that homepage that are very specific to your topic. Now, here, as you can see, I chose the personal branding homepage, and then automatically this took the color of my website. And then from here, once you chose this homepage, there are several ways that you can use to adapt it and to make it really yours. So that is mainly what I want to show in this video. After you've gone through the wizard, the way to start changing this homepage, you have several ways to go about it. So first of all, you could go to the front end of your website. So load up the URL of your website. And when you're logged in, you will see this bar and it says edit with Thrive Architect. So this will allow you to edit your homepage. Now, the reason that it says Thrive Architect and not Thrive Theme Builder, for example, is because technically your homepage is a landing page. It is independent from the way your other pages are shown. And this makes sense because maybe on your other pages, such as your contact page or your about page, you want a sidebar, but probably on your homepage, you don't want that. And that is why your homepage is technically a landing page. So this means that if you're on the front end of your website and you want to edit your homepage, you can just click on the edit with Thrive Architect. That would be method number 1. Now, the second way to go to your homepage would be go to your templates. Make sure your core templates are selected, and then you will see active homepage. And from here, you can click on edit landing page. So that would be another way to go and start editing your homepage. And then there's the third method, and that would be if you go into your pages, you will see that after going through the wizard, you have this page that is called generated homepage. And that is, as you can see, the front page of your website. And so you could also from here go to edit with Thrive Architect. And while we're here, one thing that we'll do immediately is go into edit, and we will change the name of this page because generated homepage is not really nice. So let's just change this title into home. All right, and then from here I can go to launch Thrive Architect. Now, any of these 3 methods will lead you to this exact same page. As you can see, we are now editing the content of this page. Now, our header and footer are our theme header and footer, and you can choose whether or not you want to show this on your homepage. So maybe you want like a really slick homepage where you don't show your header, in which case we can just hide this. or we can show this again. So this is really, really easy, and this will automatically take your theme header, but you can also edit it. So if you want to edit this header everywhere on your website, you would choose for the edit header, which means that you are editing your header for your whole website. Or if you want to change the header purely on your homepage, then you would go into change header, and that will only apply to your homepage. But what I want to show you mainly in this video is the content of your homepage. Now, as you can see, when you click on an element here, when we go into the breadcrumbs, you will see that we have a page and then a background section, columns, column, and a content box. So for any element that you click on, you will be able to see what the elements are that are surrounding this element. So for example, for this text, you can see that it's text in a content box, another content box, a column, columns, background section, and page. Now, don't worry too much about this. This is how our design team already designed this perfectly for you. But it is good to know that you can use the breadcrumbs to click on the element that you want to select. Sometimes it's just easier than trying to find the exact element on the page. So that is the first thing when you are editing your homepage. Then the second very important thing is that you will notice here that you have this plus icon. So this plus icon will allow to open the block library. Let me do that for you. So now, because I'm using the Omni companion theme, the blocks that are loaded when I'm here in page blocks are all blocks that will match the Omni theme. So I don't have to worry about the design here. I know that the design will fit my page. And I can simply go through these blocks and decide which element I want on the page. So this is extremely powerful, because if you decide that you want more testimonials, that you want more text, that you want to show your latest blog posts, for example, any of that can be done with blocks, and you don't have to worry about designing at all, right? So let's say that you want a team block in there. So you want to present the people that are on your team. You can click on this, and then you can see this nicely designed blocks, and you can simply go with the one that you prefer. So let's say that we go with this one, Meet Our Trainers. This gets loaded on your page in the spot where you clicked on the plus. And then, as you can see, everything is also color adapted. So the moment that this is loaded on your page, it will take the color from your website. How amazing is that? It's super quick in this way to create your homepage. So if you're feeling adventurous, you can also go into Change Template, and you can start from a pre-built landing page. And then you can go with any of the landing pages here and start making your homepage like that. Now, I would not suggest doing that if this is your first website, in which case I would just go with the Omni theme, and in that way you're sure that your homepage will fit the look of the rest of your website. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't change things, right? Of course you can. So first of all, everything on the page is click to edit. So that is something that you will notice when you see anything on a page. You can click on it and then you can edit it. So one other thing that I want to show you here is when you see this type of selection. So now I clicked on this icon because I want to change this icon, but you can see that the other icons are also selected with dotted lines. That means that the styling that you will do on these icons, this is group editing. So this means that the styling you'll do on one icon will also apply to other icons. So let's say that now I change the size of this icon, the first icon. You can see that the second and the third icon, the size is also changing. This is done because most of the time in this type of layout, you want to make sure that the layout stays consistent. So in order to make that super easy and super quick for you, we used this group editing. Now, if you decide that you don't want this group editing, you can always click on this lock icon, which will unlock something from the group editing. Now, I'm showing you this with icons, but you will notice it in several places on this landing page. And in order to do the styling that you want, it's good to understand group editing. So let me show you here, for example, these buttons. Because this is a 3-column layout and that usually you'll want all 3 columns to look the same, you will see that the buttons are linked in this group editing. Now you can also see here in the sidebar in the currently styling that you are styling all buttons. So that is also an indication that you are using group styling. Now, like I said, you can unlock one of these items and then it becomes red, which means that it is no longer grouped with the rest of the icons. And now you can just change it separately. And as you can see, it does not change the rest of the icons anymore. Now, if at some point you want to group it again, you can also do that. Click again on this icon and now it is grouped again, which means that if we change the color of this icon, for example, all three colors will change again. If you want to only change the color on this icon, unlock it, change the color. Now this only happens for one of the three icons. Okay, very important. But as you can see, anything on this page is made with the idea of rapid implementation in mind, so that you can very quickly make this your own. So rather than using images, our designers made sure to use icons so that you can very easily go in and then choose another icon. So when you change the icon, you can choose from thousands of available icons here and make sure that it fits your message, your homepage, your brand. Okay? All right, now what if you want to link certain buttons to certain places on your homepage? So let's say that this button, for example, you want to link it to somewhere else on your page. So you want to link it to this opt-in offer here. In that case, you can see that in our target URL, there's already something attached here. So automatically in this template, the button is linked to this opt-in form, but maybe you want to link it to somewhere else. So let's say that you don't want this to be the target URL. Then in this case, what you can do is just let's delete this. And now if we want to link on the same page, we can use a jump link and then select our target. So maybe instead of linking this to our lead generation form, we want this to be linked to our latest articles. So I will select this text and then add a jump link. All right, so let's save this. Now, when you load your homepage and you click on this button, you will see that it automatically scrolls to a different place on your homepage. So that is how you can easily add what is called jump links to your homepage. Now, there are some other things that I want to show you when you edit this homepage. So first of all, let's click on this image, and then you can see that this is actually a content box with an image as the background image. In order to replace this, you can just click on this and choose any of the images that you have on your website, and automatically it will be scaled to fit this content box. You don't have to worry too much about the size of this image. Now you can also see that if you go into background style, you can actually have some more control over how this image is shown. So you can move this left to right or up and down if your image is big enough. And so this allows you to have some more control over how this is shown. The next thing I'm about to show you is how to use smart sites on this website. So let's add a new block and let's choose for a contact block here. So when you choose a content block, you will see that there is certain information on here. This information has a dotted green line, and depending on what you filled out in your Smart Site dashboard, this will be different on your website. So if you're wondering where this information comes from, you can see here that this is a dynamic text that comes from the global fields and that pulls on the address of this field. Now, in order to change this so that this will change automatically everywhere on your website that this global field is used, you can go into your dashboard, your WordPress dashboard. From here, go into your Thrive dashboard. And then scroll down to Smart Site. As you can see here, we have global fields, and so you can fill out these fields, and then automatically when you use a block that uses this contact information, it will be pulled from here and you won't have to add it manually to your website anymore. And the same is true for something like your social media links. You can see here that we have an option for global fields that are related to social media. And this way you can add your Facebook page, your YouTube channel, and so on. And then when you see on this block here, this information that is linked to the social profiles will automatically pull that information from your global fields. So again, this is a way in which you can very quickly keep your website up to date and make sure that all the information is the right information, no matter where you use it on your website. Because of course, I'm showing this here on the homepage, but you can use this on other pages on your website too. All right, remember how I said that the different homepages that come with Thrive Theme Builder, with Omni, with Shapeshift, that they are really designed with conversions in mind? Well, let me show you the difference. So this is a personal branding, and one of the most important things is making sure that we introduce the person and that there is a very clear call to action to something like signing up to an email list or so on. And then you will see that the next block in this homepage is a testimonial, and then introducing someone to this website. So these are not picked just randomly. These are picked based on research that we did of tons of websites and seeing what works, what didn't work, and what was good practice. So that means that if we go to a different landing page, if we choose a different homepage, and let's say we have our local business homepage, you'll notice that this is a completely different collection of blocks. So first of all, we tell people to make an appointment, for example, instead of signing up to an email list. Then you will notice that there are things like a pricing table on the homepage or information about where the business is located. So this is very specific to a local business. And that is why we have these different homepages for different businesses. But of course, like I already explained, any of these blocks are available when you click on the blog section and when you choose a new block from here. So maybe you want to add some more text on there, and then you can just choose one of these blocks. Now, one last thing I want to talk about is about elements. So up until now, I've shown you how you can add blocks to your homepage. But what if you are happy with one of these blocks, but it is missing a specific element for you? Well, then you can still use the individual elements to add to this page. So let's imagine that you like this blog on where to find us with the Google map and the address information, but you want to add a contact form on here. How would you do that? Well, you go into your elements, and from here you search for contact form. And then you can simply drag it on the page. Now, most of our individual elements also come with pre-designed templates. So even if you're not using our blocks, you will still be able to choose from these pre-designed templates, and you will still be able to have something that really matches your brand. And as you can see, this element will also automatically take the colors, the smart colors of this page. Now, there's one other trick that you can use to get elements that you really like, and that is if you simply add a new block. Let's go into our contacts. Let's pick one that has a contact form that we like. And then you can still decide to drag and drop this element somewhere else on your page. So you could still decide to have this underneath here, for example, rather than in this block, and then you can delete it. So you can still very much drag and drop and make this look exactly the way you want to. But the huge advantage of using these pre-designed blocks is that you will have a professional looking homepage super quickly, and that everything is already mobile optimized. So you don't have to worry about your mobile view anymore. If you want to check what happens on mobile, let me just delete this because it doesn't look very good. So if you want to see what happens on mobile, you can use here the mobile view, which will give you a preview. And as you can see, all these blocks are already adapted to look good on mobile too. Now, this was a quick overview on how you can use Thrive Suite to create a high converting homepage. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, leave them in the comments below. And of course, if you are an online entrepreneur, if you are building your online business, then click that bell, click subscribe so that you get notified when we publish new videos.